Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi kids, how are you? Welcome back to our lesson. So for today is English lesson 7. So we are going to learn English paper 1 close passage. Today is reading skill and here is our content standard and our learning standard. For the learning objective for today is we are going to read and choose the best answer in the passage. And the language focus is simple present tense and also simple past tense. Now, what is a closed passage? A closed passage is a reading exercise in which words have been omitted from the passage. And students need to fill in the blanks by choosing the correct answer. This is the example of a closed passage. As you can see, there are 3 blanks and there are also answers provided below the passage and you need to choose either A, B, C or D. Now, are you ready to answer the questions? But wait, let's do some revision first. Simple present tense. I am sure that all of you are familiar with simple present tense. Simple present tense is a verb tense to talk about an action that happens right now or when it happens regularly. When we talk about verb, you need to remember verb is an action words. Okay, here is the subject. He, she, it and talk. For the verb, we need to put S. For example, he eats, she eats, it eats, Tom eats. For verb to have, we use has. He has, she has, it has, Tom has. For verb to do, we need to use does. He does, she does, it does, Tom does. And for verb to be, we need to use is. He is, she is, it is, Tom is. Now, we change the subject by using I, you, we, they, Tom and Jerry. This subject is more than one. So, the verb, there must be no S. For example, I eat, you eat, we eat, they eat, Tom and Jerry eat. For verb to have, I have, you have, we have, they have, Tom and Jerry have. For verb to do, I do, you do, we do, they do, Tom and Jerry do. And the last one, for the verb to be, I am, you are, we are, they are, Tom and Jerry are. We have learned about simple past tense on the previous lesson. Simple past tense is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that already happened or exist before now. Always remember what is verb. Verb is action words. Now, we have 2 forms of simple past tense. The first one is regular verbs and the second one is irregular verbs. Now, let us look at reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns is pronouns that end in self or selbs. Look at the table below. Okay, for the first one, he. For example, he is enjoying himself. The second one, she is enjoying herself. The third one, itself. It is enjoying itself. Next, I am enjoying myself. Next, you are enjoying yourself. Next, we are enjoying ourselves. And the last one is they are enjoying themselves. Moving on to the next one, that is conjunction. Conjunctions is to connect words and phrases in a sentence. Now, look at the table below. For the first one is and. The function is to add one thing. For example, I want to buy 2 apples, 3 kiwis, and a banana. But is to show contrast. For example, I love to play games, but she likes playing badminton. The next one is or. Or is for you to give choices. For example, do you want to eat some chocolate or ice cream? And the last one is so. So is to show results. She studies hard, so she gets excellent results. Now we have articles. Articles are used before nouns. We have 3 articles. Look at the table here. The first one is a. A plus noun begins with consonant. For example, I read a book. A book. Book start with letter B. B is a consonant. Next, he bought a laptop. A laptop. Laptop start with letter L. L is a consonant. Next one is N. N plus noun begins with a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. For example, she eats an apple. Apple is start with letter A. A is a vowel. Next, Logan buys an apartment. An apartment. Apartment start with letter A. A is a vowel. And the last one is articles the. The plus what? The plus noun. Usually for the, it is very specific. For example, they like the movie. Here we are talking about the movie that they have watched. And the next one is, we have Sarah stays in Hilton Hotel. She loves the hotel. For this sentence, we are talking about the Hilton Hotel, not the other hotel. Prepositions. Prepositions is a word which links nouns and phrases to other words in a sentence. It describes the position of something, the time when something happens, and the way in which something is done. Look at the table here. The first one is in. The book is in the bag. At. She will be there at 1 o'clock. On. The bottle is on the table. Between. The tree is between the houses. For. I bring some flowers for you. With. I come with my mother. From. He comes from Mary. And the last one is by. We walk by the beach. Now, let us look at either or versus neither nor. What are the differences between both of these? For either or, it refers to any one of the 2 things or people. Here you can choose between 2 of them. For example, either he or she cooks dinner. It means either he will cook the dinner or she will cook the dinner. We can either eat now or eat after the movie. This means that you can eat now or after the movie. Move to the neither nor. Neither nor means negative. It makes negative statements about 2 things or people. It means both are wrong. For example, neither Mark nor his wife is very tall. It means Mark and his wife both are not tall at all. The next example is, neither my friend nor the bookstore has the book. Here it means my friend doesn't have the book, so he goes to the bookstore. And the bookstore also don't have the book. Now, let us do some practices. Here is Cloze passage 1. Let us read together. George and Hannah blank to the bookstore in the city. Blank wants to buy some books for their revision. They ride a big yellow bus. In the bookstore, they buy English, blank, science books. After that, they have lunch in the restaurant next to the bookstore. Before you answer the questions, you need to look at the text. Either the text is in simple present tense or in simple past tense. Now, we look at a few words here. 1. Ride and also buy. These are in simple present tense or in simple past tense. Very good. All of this is in simple present tense. So, look at question number 1. George and Hannah to the bookstore in the city. So, of course, D is wrong. So, which one is the answer? The answer is go, because George and Hannah, there are two people there, so the verb must not have S. So now we move to the next question, question number 2. Want to buy some books for their revision. It refers to George and Hannah. So the answer is D. And the third question, George and Hannah need to buy 2 books, English and also science book. So what is the answer? N. Okay, very good. Next, we look at Cloze passage 2. Let us read together. Many pupils were in the classroom. They were waiting for their teacher. Nomi blank some beautiful flowers on her sketchbook. Razid wanted to play blank. Kimi was sweeping the floor. The teacher would enter the class blank 7 o'clock. Alright. Look at a few words here. Were, and wanted. So this passage is in simple past tense. So for question number 1, the answer is drew. Drew is in past tense. Alright, for question number 2, look at here. Razid wanted to play. Kimi was sweeping the floor. Both of them are doing 2 different actions. When they are doing 2 different actions, you need to use but. So, but is the answer. And the last one, the teacher would enter the class. For time 7 o'clock, we use at. So the answer is at. For your homework, I'm sure all of you have this book. You need to do a Cloze passage exercise from page 5 until 7. When you have finished doing your exercise, please take photos of your work and then upload it in your Google Classroom. That's all from me today. Does anyone have questions? If you have any questions, you can personally WhatsApp me or ask in the Google Classroom. That's all from now. Thank you. Bye.